The Asas program has been acknowledged the world over as the best and one of the best social protection initiatives that was taken by the government. We have continued to enjoy very favorable law and order and security conditions in the country. Unfortunately, there have been some isolated incidents, but if you park those, by and large, the law and order situation has been very favorable. Now, this is not something that we could have said a few years ago. And indeed, a few years ago, we would also have been complaining about the power shortages. But today, that is no longer the case. All these positives are very important. But the most important thing is what made them possible. And that is what we should be focusing on. The NCOC that was established by the government of Pakistan no doubt became successful because of the efficient way that they gathered the information and they disseminated that information. But that's not the end all. The main reason why that became a success was because of the cross-party followership that they were able to generate. Even in Sindh, which resisted the earlier direction, followed the NCOC guidelines. So cross-party followership made that a success. The Asas program, what is that? That's an evolution of the Benazir support program that was introduced by the People's Party. So a continuation from the past, but improvement in the present. Law and order. Law and order conditions were improved. Today's law and order conditions are a result of 1.5 decades of cross-party political consensus-approved war on terror in Pakistan. And today's surplus generation capacity is also because of continued investment by successive governments. So the point I'm trying to make is that when you get political consensus, we are able to perform well. And it is the political consensus that we should really be trying to promote if we want to have a bright future tomorrow. Pakistan Business Council's Charter of Economy tries to do that. We try to unite the politicians instead of dividing them on something that is very important, something that is the economy. Now, you all, or us all, when we look at economy and we want to look at the progress the economy is making, what do we look at? We look at the external account, we look at the fiscal account, we look at the GDP growth to measure the progress that the country is making, but that's not how the common man looks at it. The common man is obsessed by food shortages, by inflation, by unemployment, and the sad fact is that Pakistan lags in every important socio-economic measure in South Asia, and at the point I made earlier, South Asia is by no means a model of progress in the world. The only way that we'll be able to cure that is by a political consensus on the economy. We come together to fight terrorists. We've come together to fight causes such as Kashmir. Economy is the burning ground, and economy is something that we must get all the political parties together. There are some watch-outs if you're going to look at the future. Our population growth is going to be 245 million by 2030, is going to be 400 million by 2047. The rate of urbanization. Today there's a 40-60 ratio. It's going to be 65% urban and 35% rural. That's going to put a lot of pressure on the cities. The agricultural land is being encroached. We're not going to be able to grow as much food. The logistics in this country are very poor. Our trucking fleet is aged. It takes a lot of money to move things from one point to another. The skills and competencies that are demanded of our workers are going to change. Workers abroad are going to change. There's an aging population. The kind of skills our workers currently have and the remittances we rely upon, we will not be able to rely on those. We need 25,000 people if we want to get 1 billion of additional IT exports. We need 50,000 people trained if we want to get 1 billion of back office call center type of work. Our present bricks and mortar businesses will need rapid digitization, and the large groups that exist in this country must start backing startups. Otherwise, we will end up selling our silver, which will be productive in time to come, to foreign investors.